pregnancy number 2 was not going as planned. I was being blindsided at every turn, and I hated it. Still, I refused to let go and let God steer the ship, because if I did, I knew he would sail me right into a ginormous iceberg. So I drank a gallon of lemon water every day to flush out my kidneys, and I recorded every gram of sugar I ingested in a food journal to keep the diabetes in check. Funny though, despite that eternal grip on the helm, God decided I still had more to learn and ended up sailing me right into that dreaded block of ice. But this time, the iceberg wasn't my pregnancy. It had to do with my older daughter, Emery. On the outside, she appeared perfectly healthy. But on the inside, something wasn't quite right. We just didn't know what. And then a passive-aggressive, middle-aged social worker helped shed some light.
So, Brooke, what brings you to the regional center today?
It's my older daughter, Emery. She doesn't seem to be meeting her developmental milestones, like walking, talking, communicating with others. We heard you all offered some therapies, and we were hoping we could get her into your program if she qualifies.
Mm-hmm. And how old was she when she started walking?
16 months.
Oh.
And what about talking? She doesn't really. She just sort of grunts and makes noises, but nothing definitive.
Oh. And how is she at pointing and smiling at other people?
She doesn't really. She's sort of off in her own little world. I mean, we ruled out that she's deaf. I don't know, we just, we can't seem to get through to her.
I see. Okay, I think I have everything that I need here. We're going to put your daughter through our own battery of tests. Now, I am not a psychiatrist, but based on what you've shared, I think there's a very good chance your daughter's going to qualify for our program.
Wow, that's great.
Well, it is and it isn't.
What do you mean?
Well, I think you could be looking at something a bit more.
A bit more what? Well, again, I am not a psychiatrist, but again, based on what you've shared, I think she's showing signs of,
you know? No, I don't know. I think there's a very strong chance your daughter has autism.
You know what? You're right. You are not a psychiatrist. And you have absolutely no right to plant that seed in my head. I will wait for the experts to come back with their professional assessments. And that was the day our world changed. I raced home and attacked the internet, Googling everything I could on autism. And everything I found might as well have had a picture of Emery right next to it. She fit the autism description to a T. I pleaded with God to have this be some sort of mistake, but shortly after the meeting with that social worker, the psychiatrist's diagnosis came back. Emery indeed had autism. When you get pregnant, you have a vision for your child. Trust me, it doesn't include him or her having special needs. And seriously, what a cruel joke. The daughter of 2 extroverted actors has a social disorder? So here I am, halfway through my pregnancy, and our daily life explodes. Emery had 22 hours a week of autism therapies. You name it, she had it. Occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, child development, group social skills.
And Tom and I were charged with taking everything she learned in these therapies and continuing them at home in the off hours. Despite our best intentions, Emery wasn't improving. Her brain was wired differently, and I couldn't connect. And I began to lose control. Okay, honey, I want you to look at the word, look at the picture, say the word. Baby. Ah! No, Emery, come on, honey, you know this. Look at the picture, say it. Baby. Okay? Ah! Emery, honey, look, I know you don't want to do this, but we have to do these exercises, all right? Look at the word, say it. Baby. Fine. You know what, Emery? Just be ignorant for the rest of your life, okay? Brooke, what the hell is going on? Tom, this is ridiculous. She won't cooperate. We're trying to do these exercises and she just won't do them. How is she going to get better if she doesn't do this stuff? Brooke, just relax, okay? It's one bad night. We will try again tomorrow. No, Tom, this isn't one bad night. This is every day. We have been doing these therapies for weeks now and we're not getting through to her. Honey, what if we never do? I couldn't fix it. I had no skills. Just being her mother and loving her as is was not going to make the autism go away. And that's what I wanted, for it to get the hell out of Dodge. And then I started having fears about this second baby I was carrying. What if it had autism? And that fear shook me to the core. I drove to the nearest Catholic church, found a confessional, and poured my heart out to a local priest. Father, I have a little girl with autism. The way she learns is completely different than other kids, and I can't get through to her. I know her brain is wired differently, and I try to keep that in mind, but I find myself losing all patience with her. I get so mad. And then I see her little face, and I'm just consumed with utter and complete shame. I'm an awful mother because I think I don't accept my child for who she is. Wow. That is a lot. I want to salute you for coming in here. I can't pretend to know what you're going through, but one thing I would have you consider is that your daughter doesn't know any differently. In her world, everything is fine. Yes, Father, but it's embarrassing. Oh, God, I hate admitting that. I get so jealous of my friends and their neurotypical children. They're all off playing with one another, and mine is in a corner by herself, lining up blocks in endless rows. Do you have her in therapies? Yes, I do, but they don't seem to be working. It's not going away. And it won't. Your daughter has autism, and that's a fact. A challenging fact, but the truth. Now, I don't know you, but just listening to you, you seem like a person who likes things a certain way. And there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes we're dealt things in life to teach us about ourselves and to help us grow. Yeah, I don't want to grow, Father. I am perfectly fine with how I am. I mean, seriously, what did I do to God to cause this? You didn't do anything wrong. This is your daughter's path in life. It's not what you wanted, and it's certainly not what you planned. But if you begin to ease into it and let these feelings just pass through you in their due time, you might find some peace. You know, God always answers our prayers in one of three ways. It's either yes, yes but not now, or no, because I have something better in store. Let that be your guide as you continue down this journey.